Hello and welcome. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how you can simulate mobile devices with the Chrome Developer Tools. When you are developing a responsive mobile first application or website, you can test how the application will look in various devices within the Chrome Developer Tools. So the Chrome Developer Tools gives you an approximation of how your site will look on a mobile device. I haven't got a mobile first responsive website to illustrate, so we are going to be using this site here, which is a developers.google.com website, which I know is a mobile first responsive website. So we're going to use this website to illustrate how to access the DevTools to see the various mobile views for this web page. To access the device mode in the DevTools, if you're on the Windows, you do Ctrl+Shift+M when you are on the website. For Macs, you do Command+Shift+M. So I am on the website now, and I'm just going to access my developer tools because I am on Windows. So I just press F12. So once you are within the developer tools, to access the device tool, it's usually this button here. So if it's grayed out, that means it's not activated. So you can do, if you're on a Mac, you do Ctrl+Shift+M, and that will give you access to the device tool, which is it turns blue. Alternatively, you could manually just toggle it, manually just click on that, and that will give you access. So we are now in the device mode. So you can see here under this drop down, there's a list. It tells you how the application or the web app will look in different devices. This is just an approximate view. It's not an exact view. It's always good to use a real device just for testing purposes. This is just a simulation. So let's say we want to see how it will look on the iPhone 6. I'll click iPhone 6 and you can see how it looks on that. Let's try Nexus. You see, so you can try different devices, iPad Pro. If the device you want is not listed, by default, not all devices are on here. You could actually go to the settings tab. So if you click on settings within the customize and controls DevTools, go to settings, and within settings there's a device option here. The options you can see here are the ones that have been checked by default. So if you want to test more within this list, all you have to do is click on the checkbox and that will become available within the drop down list. If the device you want is not there, or you want to add a custom device, there's an option here for you to click add custom device, and then you can customize it to your taste. Excuse me, had a slight cough there. So yes, so you can customize it to your taste if you wish. So I'm going to say, for example, I wanted to add this Nokia Lumia. I just click on that and exit. If I go to the drop down here, I should see the Nokia. There you go. That's the Nokia I've just added. So it's just a simulation device, just to give you an approximate view of what it will look like in the device. You can also resize the viewport. So from here, if you don't want to click on the device specific, you can just come here and click on responsive, and you can see here you can toggle and resize the viewport as you wish. Again, if you want to go test a specific device, you can come back here and just click on that. This is just an approximate simulation of what it may look like in that device. According to Google, they have advised that when you are developing for a responsive mobile first, that is good to use the responsive design rather than the individual. So you can resize it. So you have a responsive view that you want, just resize it to that. And then you can, for example, if you click on the Nexus, you can see the values for each of these devices. So based on that, you can approximate your own device and just resize it to reflect maybe the average of the devices listed here. And then you can work on your website based on this responsive view. You can also zoom into the device view. For example, here, this is the actual specification, the width and the height. So if you want to zoom in, you can use these figures to zoom in. For example, I can zoom in to 75% and 50% or so on. So you can zoom in to the simulated device to see how it will look. So that's it. This is just a brief illustration of how you can use the Google development tools to simulate various types of mobile devices during active development. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.